Greetings Warhammer enthusiast. Before you stands a voice assistant of the podcast, dedicated to spreading the greater good. If you find this information useful, please do not hesitate to leave a like and subscribe. Together, we shall explore the depths of the Warhammer universe and share in its wonders. In the vast tapestry of the cosmos, scattered among the stars, lay the lush paradise worlds known to the Eldar as the Maiden Worlds. These verdant paradises are the lingering echoes of a grand plan, conceived by the Eldar themselves before their catastrophic fall. An ambitious project of terraforming on a cosmic scale, the Eldar sought to convert barren, lifeless planets into vibrant, life-supporting biospheres. Their method was as patient as it was transformative. Each barren planet was selected with care, primed for a metamorphosis that would unfold over countless generations. The change started subtly with the introduction of simple bacteria, orchestrated by ancient Eldar Empire vessels known as Dominion Genesis. These bacteria, the pioneer organisms, served to cultivate a stable atmosphere, preparing the world for more complex forms of life. As time unfurled, more intricate organisms were introduced, each new layer of life helping to stabilize the burgeoning biosystem of the planet. This patient process of world crafting was an inheritance from one generation of Eldar to the next, with the end result only to be enjoyed by those born eons later. When the process finally concluded, the world, now teeming with life, would be ready for colonization by the Eldar. These new Edens, known to the Eldar as Lilarethan, named after the Eldar goddess Liliath, were treasure troves of resources, free from illness and resistant to harmful life forms. As the Eldar civilization neared its precipitous decline, certain segments of the society turned their backs on the spiraling decadence, choosing to depart from their homeworlds in a great exodus. They sought solace far from their imploding civilization, journeying to settle upon the still transforming Maiden Worlds. Through the cataclysmic event of the fall, these seeded worlds persisted, continuing their gradual maturation into paradisiacal realms. Now, lush with life, these worlds serve as a cruelly ironic reminder of the Eldar's former grandeur. Many Maiden Worlds, however, have become home to non-Eldar races. Although some of these inhabitants may have called these worlds home for millennia, the Eldar regard them as invaders, interlopers on worlds crafted by their forefathers. Regardless of the invaders' circumstances, even if they are but feral savages with no means to depart, the Eldar offer a harsh ultimatum: leave or be exterminated. And true to their word, the Eldar have proven merciless, eliminating those who refuse or simply cannot comply. The Maiden Worlds stand as a testament to the Eldar's past glory, their determination to reclaim what was theirs, and their uncompromising stance toward perceived trespassers. The Eldar's descent into depravity was gradual yet undeniable. As they reveled in their accomplishments, they began to lose sight of the humility and wisdom that had previously guided their race. Their world became a paradise of hedonism and excess, an intoxicating dance of vice and carnal indulgence that blinded them to the growing darkness looming on the horizon. Within this decaying society, however, there were those who foresaw the calamity that was to come. These individuals, the precursors of the Exodites, were deeply unsettled by the moral decay around them. They saw that their race's insatiable quest for pleasure and decadence was leading them towards a cataclysm of unimaginable proportions, an event that would later be known as the Fall. The Exodites were Eldar of a different cloth, ones who cherished the old ways, who venerated the ancient values of balance, harmony, and restraint. The world around them might have spiraled into a whirlwind of excess, but the Exodites clung tightly to their convictions, seeing them as the only true path to survival. Their hearts filled with a grim resolve, the Exodites chose exile over complicity. They abandoned their homeworlds, these beautiful yet corrupted cradles of their civilization, and embarked on a perilous journey across the stars. Their destination was not one, but many, worlds unspoiled by the touch of their race's decadence, places where they could start anew, free from the shadows of their past. Colonizing these new worlds was not an easy task. Every dawn brought new challenges, but also new opportunities. The Exodites transformed these planets into refuges of tranquility and order, stark contrasts to the decadence they had left behind. They returned to a simpler way of life, in harmony with the natural world, their psychic abilities guided by the rhythms of their adopted planets rather than the insatiable thirst for pleasure. It was here, on these distant planets scattered across the universe, that the Exodites found a new home. A home born not from the ashes of their past, but from the seeds of hope and resilience. A home where the specter of decadence was nothing more than a distant memory, a haunting tale from a chapter best forgotten. Through their journey of exile and rebirth, the Exodites preserved the spirit of their race, their refusal to succumb to decadence becoming a testament to the indomitable will of the Eldar. Today, the Exodite worlds thrive in their rustic simplicity, a testament to a society that has chosen harmony with nature over technological prowess. The Exodites welcome outcasts, the wanderers and renegades of their kind, providing them with a refuge away from the perils of the galaxy. To some, the Exodites represent a foundation upon which a new Eldar empire can be built, an empire led by the descendants of those who had the foresight and strength to escape the grip of Slaanesh. The craft world of Biel-Tan, in particular, recognizes this potential and often rallies its forces in defense of the Exodite worlds. These distant planets, strewn across the outer reaches of the galaxy, serve as a living memory of a civilization that once was, and a promise of what it could become again. In the far reaches of the galaxy, where the Exodites have made their homes, one can find a remarkable variety of societal structures. However, regardless of their differences, virtually all Exodite societies share a common feature: they are organized around small, self-governing clan communities. The reasons behind this tribal structure remain unclear, shrouded in the mystery of a civilization that chose exile over decadence. Imperial scholars, in their attempts to decipher the enigma of the Exodites, propose a theory. They speculate that this tribalism is, in fact, the Eldar's natural societal state, a reflection of their existence before the Age of Excess, before the fall and the birth of Slaanesh. Each Exodite tribe on a planet pledges fealty to a ruling tribe, which, in turn, owes allegiance to the planet's sovereign, the king and his royal kin. This hierarchical structure evolved out of necessity, for small, scattered communities proved to be the most effective way to utilize the scant natural resources of their new homeworlds. Despite the relative scarcity of Eldar on these worlds, territorial disputes are surprisingly rare. While full-blown conflicts between tribes are infrequent, it is not uncommon to witness clashes between rival dragon knights. Yet, these skirmishes and the occasional casualties they cause do not sow seeds of bitterness among the tribes. Interestingly, even in the heat of dispute, no Eldar would stoop to despoil or steal the crops of a rival tribe, an act of respect and restraint that harks back to the noble values of their ancient race. The Exodites, despite their harsh existence, retain the legendary pride and perhaps even the arrogance of the Eldar of old. They may appear formidable, but they are not inherently hostile. They are a robust and self-assured people, welcoming towards other Eldar groups. Their relations with most craft-world Eldar, particularly Alatok, are amicable, and they are frequently visited and aided by the enigmatic Harlequin hosts. However, not all Exodites choose to remain with their tribes. Some, driven by personal quests or a longing for a different path, leave their tribes to join other Eldar groups. Thus, the Exodites are not just the remnants of a civilization that fled from the brink of oblivion. They are the resilient pioneers charting a new course for their race, even as they honor and preserve the spirit of their ancient heritage. In the grand tapestry of Eldar civilization, the Exodite worlds are often viewed as rustic and primitive, a stark contrast to the advanced technologies and ethereal grandeur associated with the spacefaring Eldar societies. Despite their simpler way of life, however, the Exodites are not completely bereft of their race's technological prowess. One shining example of their retained high technology is the Infinity Circuit, a cornerstone of Eldar psychic engineering that serves as a resting place for the souls of the deceased. On Exodite worlds, these circuits are known as world spirits. They do not take the form of intricate, complex machinery as seen on craft worlds. Instead, they are embodied in stone menhirs, obelisks, and stone circles, all meticulously crafted from psychoactive crystal. These sacred structures are gathered in designated places of reverence known as world shrines, standing as a testament to the Exodites' blend of high technology and natural simplicity. Yet, despite this glimmer of technological sophistication, the Exodite worlds are largely agricultural. Their society is woven around the rhythm of the land and the cycles of nature. It's not unusual to find tribes of Exodites leading a nomadic lifestyle, tracing the paths of migrating herds and gathering the bounty of seasonal harvests. They embrace this simpler existence, cherishing the connection it fosters between them and the natural world, a connection that stands in stark contrast to the detached, high-tech existence of their space-roaming kin. This image of Exodites, as rustic shepherds and hardy farmers living under the open skies of their adopted worlds, is perhaps the most enduring. While it might seem quaint and backward to the rest of the Eldar, to the Exodites, this lifestyle represents their resilience and adaptability, their ability to thrive in harsh conditions, and their will to preserve the soul of their race in a universe teeming with uncertainty and danger. They represent a profound balance between embracing the past and enduring the present, always striding forth with a quiet, dignified pride. While the Exodites often rely on their craft world kin for protection against the manifold threats of the galaxy, they are far from helpless. Their societies have developed efficient and effective means of self-defense, ready to rally their forces and fend off invaders when needed. Their military power may not match the sophisticated warfare machinery of their space-roaming counterparts, but it bears the hallmark of the Exodites' unique blend of high technology and natural symbiosis. At the forefront of the Exodite defense are the Worldzingas, Eldar of exceptional abilities who have a profound bond with nature. Just as the Bonezingers of the craft worlds can shape and manipulate wraithbone to create and repair their constructs, so too can the Worldzingas coax life from their surroundings. They can conjure lush vegetation and dense forests from seemingly barren land, their songs awakening the life dormant in the soil. With their pure spirits in harmony with the natural world, they are a symbol of the Exodites' unique approach to technology. The Exodite forces also include warlocks, formidable psykers wielding the psychic energy that flows through all Eldar. Their mental powers, when harnessed on the battlefield, can wreak havoc on enemy ranks or shield their comrades from harm, making them invaluable assets in any conflict. Exodite infantry are armed with an array of weaponry, from traditional shuriken weapons to wraithbone sniper rifles. In a nod to their unique life technology balance, these weapons are often fused to the armor of their wielders, symbolizing the Exodites' unity of purpose and being. Among the distinctive ranks of the Exodite military are the Dragon Knights, renowned warrior cavalry who form a pivotal part of the Exodite defense. They are celebrated not just for their martial skills but also for their fearless mounts, the Megadons, or as the Exodites affectionately call them, dragons. Megadons are formidable, carnivorous reptiles native to the Exodite worlds. One can easily imagine that these creatures, in the time before the Exodites' arrival, roamed freely across the vast landscapes of their home planets. It is believed that the early Exodite settlers, with their innate affinity for nature and their skills in domestication, managed to form a bond with these beasts, transforming them from solitary predators into trusted companions. The Megadons named Dragon is not a title lightly earned. Their size, power, and fearsome aspect all contribute to their draconian moniker. Yet, despite their intimidating appearance, they share a symbiotic relationship with the Exodites. Dragon Knight societies are often migratory, following the Megadon herds as they traverse the endless grasslands in search of grazing. This shared journey breeds a strong bond between dragon and rider, one that is carried into the heart of battle. Yet not all Megadons are suited for warfare. Only the more agile and smaller dragons are chosen as war mounts, their nimbleness proving more valuable in the chaos of battle than mere size and strength. These war dragons, common across Exodite worlds, are the preferred companions of the Dragon Knights. Pterosaurs, the winged kin of the Megadons, also find a place in Exodite warfare. These airborne dinosaurs provide an aerial advantage to the Exodites, sometimes serving as war mounts that can rain explosives onto enemies from the sky, adding a dimension of air superiority to the Exodites' ground-focused warfare. The ranks of the Dragon Knights are led by the esteemed Dragon Lords, veteran warriors who have proved their worth in countless battles. Their leadership inspires their comrades, and their presence on the battlefield often tips the scales in favor of the Exodites. Thus, the Dragon Knights, astride their formidable dragon mounts, form an integral part of the Exodites' unique brand of warfare, a testament to their harmonious blend of natural symbiosis and martial prowess. In the varied landscape of the Exodite worlds, colossal creatures of primal strength and predatory instinct dwell, descendants of an era long past. The Exodites' coexistence with these creatures shapes their unique form of warfare, where nature and technology fuse in an awe-inspiring spectacle of raw power and intricate strategy. The Megasaur, a gargantuan beast of terrifying ferocity, is a daunting spectacle on any battlefield. Its power is so overwhelming, its temperament so wild, that only the most seasoned Dark Eldar beastmasters can subdue it. Yet, once tamed, the Megasaur serves as an unstoppable force, rampaging through enemy lines with destructive abandon. Tower-like Brachiosaurs, their long necks reaching towards the skies, are another sight to behold on the Exodite worlds. They bear little resemblance to their timid, herbivorous ancestors of ancient terror. Instead, these are war mounts of extraordinary size and strength. Often equipped with prism weaponry, they bring the Exodites a strategic advantage, allowing them to project deadly energy attacks from a high vantage point. The Archaeosaurs stand as titans among beasts. Massive, eight-legged dinosaurs, they loom over the landscapes like living mountains. An Archaeosaur's step could crush an entire village, and its thick hide can withstand even Titan-class weaponry. Yet their most terrifying weapon is their ability to spew acetylene that ignites on contact with air, sending waves of flame sweeping across the battlefield. Carnosaurs, agile and fierce two-legged predators, are another vital part of the Exodite war machine. Born from violent warp activity, they carry an echo of the chaos from which they sprung. These creatures are frequently utilized as war mounts and, like the Brachiosaurs, can bear prism weaponry. The Carnosaurs' agility and predatory instincts, combined with their armaments, make them a lethal addition to the Exodite forces. They have also been known to attack the Megasaur herds on night worlds, demonstrating their fearless nature. These creatures, formidable in their own right, become all the more formidable when guided by the strategic intelligence of the Exodites. The blending of ancient predatory instincts with advanced Eldar weaponry creates a distinctive and highly effective form of warfare, one that leaves a lasting impression on any who dare to challenge the Exodites. On the rustic yet dangerous worlds of the Exodites, a beacon of Eldar technology stands tall, embodying the mystic blend of psychic engineering and the spirit essence that is quintessentially Eldar. These are the Eldar Knights, towering, intricately designed machines of wraithbone, a psychoplastic that holds a unique place in Eldar technology. Born from the necessity to combat hostile and grim conditions of newly settled worlds, these machines provide a crucial line of defense for Exodite colonies and Maiden Worlds. Each Eldar Knight forms a distinct entity, not merely a machine of war but a vessel for a sentient spirit. The Eldar pilot forms a direct mind link with the Knight, controlling its movements with the fluidity of thought, akin to the interface of Imperial Titans. However, Eldar Knights are further enriched by the addition of a Spirit Stone. These stones, ancient artifacts often predating the cataclysmic fall, imbue the machine with a personality and safeguard the soul of the pilot from being consumed by Slanesh, the chaos god born from Eldar decadence, should they fall in battle. The battlefield presence of an Eldar Knight is a spectacle of swift, calculated destruction. The Knight's speed belies its size, advancing rapidly while unleashing devastating fire onto enemy lines. Often called upon to assist craft-world Eldar armies, the Eldar Knights spearhead assaults, securing important positions ahead of the main formation. The organizational structure of Eldar Knights mirrors that of Imperial Knights, forming around Exodite clans based on Maiden and Exodite worlds, reflecting a feudal structure that further binds the Exodite communities. These clans foster camaraderie and fierce loyalty among their knights, who fight not only for their survival but for the honor of their clan. Eldar Knights are equipped with a psychic lance, a weapon that channels the psychic power of the Eldar, and Holo-field shields that distort the Knight's location, providing an additional layer of protection. Some specialist Knights bear a wider range of armaments, such as scatter lasers, pulse lasers, bright lances, and sonic weapons, bringing a diverse arsenal to the Exodite defense. The Eldar Knights embody the resilience of the Exodites, their determination to defend their worlds, and the unique essence of Eldar technology, marrying soul, mind, and machine in a powerful display of their enduring civilization. Thus, while their lifestyle may seem rustic and their technology less apparent compared to their spacefaring kin, the Exodites are far from defenseless. They are a people perfectly adapted to their environments, with a form of warfare that harmonizes their deep respect for nature with their race's renowned technological prowess.